it's me again. And I'm still kind of trying to keep up with the weekly uploads, but I was busy yesterday, so that's why I didn't upload. First update, I got contacts. I just got done with my eye doctor appointment not too long ago. I'm not wearing them now because they started bothering my eye. And I'm only supposed to wear them for like 2 hours a day, 4 hours tomorrow, 6 hours the next day. He said keep going until I can wear them all day. But they started bugging me. I mean, so far, like, the only problem is I have astigmatism and my left eye is like weaker than my right eye. So the contact for my left eye is a stronger prescription, so it's more weighted. So I feel it more. And I cut my nails. I hope I don't scratch them again, because I scratched the contacts that I had when I got there. So I probably should have did that before I got the contacts out, but I hate touching my eyes too. So putting them in and getting them out is a little... Getting the left one out was frustrating. I think it's just because my eyes have been irritated from trying so long today. But I think I'll get used to them. Now, for the other updates. So, last week was kind of an interesting week because for the first 3 days, I had to figure something out. And then like the rest of the week, there was nothing really going on. But I realized one of my other problems I had was that, you know that friend I kept talking about? That that friend that I tended to get frustrated with. I realized because I think my last video I talked about how I finally just started distancing myself from her. Or maybe I didn't. But I did distance myself from her. And I was telling my mom, I was like, it's weird because I've been like unattached to everybody, and like I'm not really worried about anything anybody has going on. So I've been thinking a lot more because I'm not used to basically this empty space, because my mind used to be so occupied when it came to people, because I'm basically like the local psychologist. So I always talk to people about their problems, and I try to help them out and figure out what's going on. Like, there's still another friend of mine that I still do that with, but I think it's different with her. And she was like, maybe you just don't listen. Like, it's easier for the two friends whose advice I give them advice. Like, we talk to each other about different things and we give each other advice. But my problem was that I would always give advice to improve people. And that's not bad, but I had to realize that some people don't want to get improved. Like, my mom was telling me, maybe some people just need somebody to vent to. And I'm good at that too. But a lot of times, as she was saying, I notice it only benefits you to listen when you can give advice. And that was why I was more frustrated with the friend, because of the fact that I wanted her to get better. And sometimes she would seem like she was getting better from who she was. But every time she showed me otherwise, I would get more frustrated. And I realized I took that too personal. I was gonna say personally, but then it came out as personal. But I took more personal responsibility for her improvement as a person than she did. Alright, she wants to be the type of person she is, and she has her days where she's steadily changing, but I took it more seriously than she did. It was more personal because I've already spent a lot of time and emotions investing in her growth. So I had to realize I was being selfish. Just because I want something doesn't necessarily mean that somebody else wants it, or that it's my right to change them. So, the bit of misogyny I had came out. Me being a big dumb man, gotta control everything that regards a woman that don't even belong to him. I just find it funny for me because I'm so accepting of plenty of other things, but there's things when it's closer to home that I kind of look at, because I want to be that guy that's accepting of a lot more things. Especially when it comes to women freely expressing themselves. But I have to extend that to the women I know as well as women I don't know on the internet whose life don't affect me. So, I thought about that for a day or two, got over it. And we're better now. We still don't talk outside of work or nothing. I don't just go to her just to talk to her, whatever. But I don't have that frustration that I've built up for so long. And the funny thing is, it's once I let that go, there was really nothing that frustrated me for a minute. And I've also been participating in activities of the green kind. And every time I do that, that changes my mindset too. I get a lot more irritated. Cause there was a situation or whatever. We were hanging out, me and a couple of my friends. We came back to Firehouse because a dude that was working could take my homeboy home, and the girl that was working, she could take me home. We live in the same neighborhood, so we came back so that we could get home. And my manager that I talked about this on Twitter, but I don't remember if I talked about it on here. But my general manager likes to talk about how he feels like I chase after women. Like, before I started really training to be manager, he said the reason why I haven't been training as hard was because I was too busy chasing after women. And that made me mad for multiple reasons. The biggest reason was because I was spending more time. I wouldn't say chasing after women, because it's not like I just go after any woman. There were specific ones that I was interested in, and I did waste my time, but it didn't affect my work. Like, even if I was mad or upset with them and I worked with them, I still got my job done. The only reason he even said anything was because his boss asked him something. It was like, I'm here all the time. If you really wanted to train me, you would have trained me. Don't blame this on me. And don't reduce my work to chasing after women, because I do a lot. So that made me mad. And then the girl, my friend that took me home, tells me that he told her I came back so I could flirt with her. And like I said, when I participate in activities of the green kind, depending on the situation, my attitude goes up. Like, I've already been on a low tolerance for BS as it is, but it's been going up lately anyway, just because people be having me messed up, and I'm kind of tired of dealing with BS. Like, that's why I've been aggressively distancing myself from everything, because I'm just like tired. I don't want to have to punch somebody in the face, because I'm really tired of the BS that comes from knowing certain people and just being around certain people. Like, work is practically worse than school when it comes to drama, in my opinion, because it's more close-knit. All it takes is one person to F it up for everybody. Especially when they're higher up in management. But whatever, she told me that, and I was like, I went in there to go use the bathroom, and that's how he even knew I was there. Well, I did text her and asked if she would take me home, so she probably told him that. But there were so many different things going on through my head. The first one was mind your business, and the second one was, why are you trying to tell me my intentions with my friend? I was like, if I wanted to flirt with you, I would have just stayed in the restaurant and sat and flirted with you. Like, this is just one of the girls that I mentioned before that have a boyfriend that's wanting to confront me. And it's like, I'm not the one that you need to be confronting. I'm the least likely guy to try and pull somebody who has a boyfriend. And the only reason I would even entertain that thought would be if said girlfriend was entertaining the thought. But I would never initiate it, and I really wouldn't go through with it. Like, I make jokes every now and then. I'm not trying to do anything to somebody's relationship. Even if I feel like that guy doesn't deserve the girl he's in a relationship with, I know that doesn't mean anything for me. I don't even like anybody. So I get no benefit from wasting my time trying to break up a relationship if that was my goal. Like, the only thing I do is give advice to people that happen to have crappy boyfriends. I let it play out the way it's supposed to, but I'm giving them advice. Like, hey, personally, I don't feel like they should be treating you like this. But if that's what you want to deal with, then that's what you want to deal with. And if you don't, you have to understand what it is to do to get out of said situation. Alright, at the end of the day, I just want my female friends to be happy. Too many crappy dudes in here, especially when you're in school. It's like, it's not hard to find a dude that's not worth it. But like, we don't even like each other like that. Like, plenty of people have already thought that we're going out or that we're talking. It's like, we're not. So for him to say, I came back to flirt, that would have made more sense if I actually flirted with her. Like, if I would have went in there and used the bathroom and stayed and sat down and was messing with her the whole time, okay, I can see why you would say that. I came to get a ride home. I wanted her to know, I was like, I'm not using you or nothing. That's why I asked. I just figured, you know, we live in the same neighborhood. You wouldn't mind if I was there in the vicinity. And she said she understood that. Or I was like, if I wanted to flirt with you, I wouldn't hide it. I have no reason to. There's no benefit. You have a guy. Like, I know how she feels about the dude. So, I wouldn't do anything anyway. So, it frustrated me because the only thing you could ever say about me is that I'm busy chasing after women. But in reality, I don't have to chase women. It just so happens that women like me as a friend because I'm a decent guy. Like, I'm one of the few people that everybody could be cool with. Like, if you didn't have your own insecurities, then we can be cool. Like, I don't get it. Like I said, I don't like anybody. I don't have much attraction for anybody. Like, I'm not worried about a relationship in the slightest right now. The only things I'm even still dealing with is people. And right now, I don't even want to deal with them. But that frustrated me. Not really frustrated, more like irritated, because it's like, you have no business saying anything. Like, if that was my intention, she would have known. It's not any of your business, my relationship with my friends. But another thing was, I know you're not going to say this to me. So that's what frustrates me a little more. Because what is the point? But whatever. My energy has just been feeling off lately. It didn't really hit until yesterday because I read about the whole Nipsey Hussle thing. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. It's like, I didn't even know him like that. It was like back when X died. I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying the situation itself is similar, in my opinion. Even though the motives are probably different. But, like, when X died, I barely knew him, but it still felt bad. Like, I felt bad when Mac Miller died too, but nobody shot him. So it wasn't like, I felt bad because I actually knew who he was. Like, dang, Mac Miller, I like his music and he seemed like a cool dude. With X, it was like, I didn't really like him like that before, because I only knew bad things about him. But now I think, you know, his music's decent. Apparently he was trying to do good things before he died, where he had messed up in life. being, you know, young. And now Nipsey Hussle. And for me, that hit different. But I compare it to X because, one, they both got shot. And it's two young black men. Like, Nipsey is only like 33. He's still young. X probably was younger than me. I think he was like 20 or something. It's like, one, is black people. No disrespect to Mac Miller, but he overdosed. Like, it's a different situation. He didn't get shot. Two young black men got shot in the neighborhood. And the biggest thing was Nipsey got shot in front of the business that he owned, in front of his daughter, in the neighborhood where everybody was cool with him. So it's like, that hits different. I didn't even know the type of person he was until people were talking about it on Twitter, how he's been helping out the black community. I ain't hear nothing about the dude. I forgot he was even the dude that had slapped that one guy at the award show. All I knew about him was that he was married to Lauren London. And he seemed cool. Didn't find out he's doing all these positive things for black people and how he was going to make a documentary about that Dr. Sebi dude, who I also didn't know about. It's just, a lot of stuff doesn't add up. But it's also like, after that, I really started thinking about it. Like I said, nothing even came his way, like, bad. Like, I didn't hear anything about him getting in an altercation with nobody, any possible, like, threats or anything. Like, all I know is I'm minding my business, looking on something, and Twitter was like, yeah, Nipsey Hussle got shot. And I was like, what? Where does this even come from? And then, after that 6 times, once in the head, I knew once they said that, I was like, yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it. I wanted to have hope. Because it just doesn't seem right for him to die. And it still doesn't. Like, it's hard to believe that he's actually gone. And it's just like, life is so weird. And I get the feeling that things are being put in motion. Like, my friend, she started getting into church again lately. And she always talks about how she feel like the world is gonna end. She keeps having dreams about it and stuff. I just listen to her because, you know, I'm like, yeah, okay. But I really feel like there's some things being put in motion and that the world is just progressively getting worse. Like, it all started when Trump became president. And I feel like ever since then, the fact that he's continued to be in office was like the start and the continuation of these things being put into motion. Because all these black people that are starting to or trying to do good things in the world are being taken down. They didn't kill Bill Cosby, but he's in jail. They tarnished his reputation. I mean, sure, he helped, but they tarnished his reputation. Jussie, that whole situation is weird. Because it's like so many random things going on. They can't lock up R. Kelly for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that man. But him, Nipsey, they tried to bring up that whole Cardi thing, but she's not black, so I just maybe that's why she get a pass. Plus, she didn't rape anybody; she just robbed them, so it's like not as bad in the eyes of the world. But it's just like things aren't adding up, or they are adding up to something bad. And with the way I've been feeling, how distrustful I've started becoming of the world and the way I've been looking at things and just thinking about things, something isn't right. The world may be coming to an end, or something big might be happening in the world. And I'm not trying to be like a prophet or anything. I'm not saying this for shock value. I just really feel like something is building up. And I didn't believe my friend at first when she was saying it, but now it's really starting to make sense to me. Like, I'm not blinded by anything. I'm just, it's all coming together. So there's not really much I want to say about that. I'm pretty sure I done said enough as it is. And I don't feel like I'm grand enough for any, like, anything to happen to me for speaking a little bit about something. But who knows? There's a slight bit of worry, but I never want to live my life in fear about anything. Like, life is really too short nowadays, especially for black people, for me to live any other way than happy and moving forward with everything I want to do in my life. I can't afford to be worried all the time, looking around my shoulder, looking around my back. I'll do that for other people in my life, but I can't be focused too much on that in my life. All I'm saying is we gotta start opening our eyes and looking at the bigger picture, because there's something going on in the world and I don't like where it's heading. But this video got pretty morbid at the end, but that's basically what I've been going through lately. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Pray for Nipsey and his family. Pray for everyone's family. Just, life is too short. Somebody said that their little cousin got shot the same day as Nipsey because his brother was held at gunpoint and he tried to fight the attacker. It's just, you don't really hear about that because he's not Nipsey for one, and he's not black. But it's not a black or white or Spanish thing. It's just people are dying. Good people are being taken away too soon. And the only fear that I have in my life is that once I make something out of it, it's gone. And that kind of scares me a little bit, but at the same time, I don't want my life to be for nothing. So that's it. I'm out.